Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to Curious Dan. Today we're going to talk about cats, specifically why your cat may not be catting. So it's something that I've been noticing over time, scrolling through social media, checking out TikTok, everybody has TikTok these days, checking Instagram and so forth. I've noticed like some videos where cats have become pretty terrified of mice, and I'm like, wow, like a lot has changed. Before, your cat would jump on a mice and tear them apart, but now it's like they're scared of these little creatures, or I'm not sure, probably because we're feeding them other food. They no longer have the taste of eating flesh or catching mice anymore, right? Their lives have improved over the years, so probably there's no need for them to actually do any form of work. Like, admit it, you do spoil your animals, right? They're like kids to you. So the thing about it is that I did some research. I went and Google, hey Google, why is my cat not catting? And of course, Google being Google, pointed me to the reason, one possible reason why this could actually be occurring. And guys, I kid you not, this will actually make you question everything. Like, this is so wild and bizarre. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, right? So Google said, your cat is terrified. So upon reading that, I'm like, shit, my cat's afraid. Okay, what could he be afraid of? What's making him afraid? What's making him scared? What is it that I need to do? I need to protect this guy. So there's something called Toxoplasma gondii. So I'm like, shit, what the hell is this? I did some more checks and I saw a video, and let me just play it for you so that you can fully understand why, after watching this, I'm like, yo, could this be the reason why dogs are trying to have relations with chickens? Is this really why some of us find ourselves attracted to like trees or some weird stuff like this? This is crazy, but check this out.
This mind control parasite has no cure. The single-cell organism called Toxoplasma gondii can override a rodent's most basic survival instincts. The result is a rodent that does not race away from a cat, but is instead strangely attracted to it. Toxoplasma gondii can infect any warm-blooded animal, but its relationship with cats is special. It can only reproduce in a feline gut, where it assumes a hardy infectious form called an oocyst. These oocysts then make their way into the cat's feces and are excreted to infect other animals. When an animal, such as a rodent, consumes food or water contaminated by oocysts, they become infected. The parasite then makes permanent changes in the brain of the rodents, making them fearless and attracted to cats. This could be an evolutionary adaptation by the parasite to increase its chances of finding its way back to its preferred host. The parasite doesn't just infect felines and rodents. Up to 1/3 of the world's population is exposed to Toxoplasma gondii infection. However, the parasite is pretty harmless in most people. In some rare cases, the infection can cause mild flu-like symptoms or even severe illness, especially in vulnerable individuals like developing fetuses, newborns, and those with weak immune systems. Despite its notoriety for manipulating rodent behavior, scientists remain uncertain whether the parasite can control the human brain. Some studies have suggested that the parasite could contribute to aggression, impulsive behavior, and schizophrenia, while others have disputed these findings. The exact mechanism by which Toxoplasma gondii manipulates the rodent brain still needs to be fully understood. It's possible that the parasite secretes molecules that rewire the brain, or that brain cysts interfere with dopamine production. Another hypothesis suggests that the parasite triggers inflammation in the brain, which in turn can change behavior and function. Despite being unknown to many people, Toxoplasma is one of the most widespread infectious diseases on the planet.
So mice will literally try to have relations with your cat. The reason why you see your cat running is because the mice is horny. This is something I cannot make up. Like, this is crazy. So apparently they like the smell of cat urine. Ew. And this turns them on to the point where they're just begging to be eaten, right? So these parasites are pretty dangerous in the sense that it can actually affect mice in this way. So basically, these parasites, they can only reproduce in feline intestines, which is why they hijack mice so that they can actually get eaten by cats, and then they get into the cats, and who knows where they go afterwards. So that's why it's important that, you know, when your cat takes a dump, you don't really mess with it, or you put measures in place so that your kids, other pets that you may have, like dogs and so forth, they don't go anywhere close to it, because if your cat is infected, then, you know, it can be spreading to like dogs and so forth. And there are talks here that's linked to things like schizophrenia, mental health issues, even clumsiness. So how strange would it be for you to be clumsy, but only to realize that it's because you have parasites in your body? That's pretty weird. So if this wasn't on your radar before, I think this is a good time to look into probably getting your pets and yourself, your kids, even some of your family members that you notice started acting strange, to do some form of parasite cleanse, because who knows what could be in your body affecting you, right? So it's really up to you to really protect and take measures to look after yourselves, because these aren't things that are commonly taught in schools. They're not things that are in the mainstream media where you can like be reminded or advised of this. It's only when it affects you or it's discovered to be actually in your system, that's when, you know, measures are put in place. So basically we're acting after the damage has been done, right? So it's always good to be proactive, and that's why this channel is here, to bring these things to your attention so that you can be aware of like the crazy, mind-blowing things that are actually taking place, right? Because who would know that parasites are actually something this dangerous, right? So that goes to show, and this is just one that we know of. There could be millions of other things, right? We know about tapeworms, ringworms, and all those things, but parasites can actually be a threat to us as a species, and it's really up to us to actually put measures into place to actually protect ourselves, right? So if you haven't started like with the parasite cleanse, haven't done one in years, be like, what the hell is that? Now is a good time. Now is a good time to put that into play. Thank you so much for staying to the end. If you liked the content, drop a like, leave a comment as well, like your experience with your cats and if you noticed anything strange with them. But until next time, stay curious and stay subscribed. Have an awesome day.